Back. We are back. Let me zoom out. We are back. We just gonna see. These was the first potatoes that I planted this season. They about 2 months old, I would say. About 2 months. So let's see how they was doing in this little bed. This is my second year growing potatoes. Look at that. And this is just one container. And we like baby potatoes. See, out of that one, it seemed like that's all the little potatoes we got. Let's see. We got one. Ooh, that's a nice size. We got two. We got three. This the stalk, so it's got a little few potatoes on there. See, we got more potatoes in here. That's the potato that I planted right there. So it seems like we have just a few, which is fine. This was my experiment. Little container. You can see the roots down there. So it was growing pretty good. If I would have left them in there, you see the root system. If I would have left them in there, I'm pretty sure they would have got bigger and everything like that. And I can actually replant this. So that's probably what I would do. Replant this and see what else I can grow. Okay. So planted with the potatoes are onions and garlic. So this would be onions. This one is garlic. We also have a marigold in there growing. So that's to keep the pests and everything off. I'm getting someone. Gotta pick up Red Dragon. She about action. Okay, here we got some new trees this year. So here we got a nice nectarine tree. She's growing so well. We also have a new peach tree because our peach tree only did a little bit about 2 years ago. So we got a new one. She lost a lot of her fruit, but she coming back. So if I don't get any fruit this year, that's okay. But y'all can see we got some things going on around here. Some things. So that's some okra right there. Those two plants are okra. This is my raspberry bush right there that has not produced anything or started to grow. But sometimes we late bloomers and that's okay, you know. We got a blueberry right there. We got a blueberry baby. We got another, blueberry bush. So we got, that will make 2 blueberry bushes. Um, we have 3 blueberry bushes. Here is the other one. And they are turning blue. So they're going to be nice and sweet. They are turning blue. Then we have our grapevine. As y'all might remember that we had our old grapes was over there, but in 2 freezes, 2 years, 2 freezes, they didn't make it, so that's fine. So we have a new grapevine where she's doing well. I gotta make a trellis for her so she can grow up. As y'all can see, she's pretty big. She's pretty big. Right here we have marigolds and strawberries growing. Right here we have a pineapple top. We are focusing on producing less waste and reusing whatever we can, okay? So in this little container we have yellow and white sweet corn, we have peas, we have a few radishes that's in there. They babies, just a few of them. We also have some green beans, and I think I have a cucumber plant in there. I sprouted those from seeds, so that will be a lot of what I have is sprouted from seeds. Me and Sapphire did a round, and then they were growing really good, and then I end up having emergency gallbladder surgery about I say about 6 weeks ago, about 6 to 8 weeks ago, about 2 months ago, and in that time of me being in the hospital and recovering, our first babies they didn't make it, so we had to restart it. Restarting is fine. So here we have our homemade greenhouse. We just used the little container, wrapped the sides up in plastic wrap and covered the top. We have a cucumber. It's either a cucumber or green bean. And these are, I believe, uh, turnip greens, I think. These are cucumber plants right here. So these are cucumber plants. I grew these from seeds. These are yellow tomatoes. Those over there are also some more turnip greens that I grow from seeds. This here is my purple cherry key tomato plant. You can see we got a tomato on her. She got a tomato. Um, she got one. So that's our purple Cherokee. And then this is our other purple Cherokee. And yes, I have to put my homemade trellis around them. So the weight of the tomatoes have it leaning. As you can see, we have two on this plant. They get pretty big and juicy, and they purple. They're native to the Americas. Over here we have our cherry tomatoes that's growing in pretty good. These gonna be our red cherry tomatoes. So this is our little cherry tomato plant. This was my fellow attempt at growing sweet potato slits. Low key, I'm not gonna stand here and tell a lie. I actually gave up on my sweet potato because she didn't sprout. And to zoom the camera in, because I watered her yesterday and everything, and I didn't see any sprout at all. And to come out here now and to see two sprouts, one open, one not open, but coming out, that makes me happy. So this is our our orange sweet potatoes. I have purple sweet potatoes in the house that have sprouted. I just got to put them in soil so the slits that are growing, they can grow roots in the soil. So when I plant the slit, then I can grow the sweet potato. So you can plant a sweet potato and grow it like I did last year, but that didn't work. All I got was sweet potato vines. So in order to grow sweet potatoes, first you have to grow the slits out. Then after you grow the slits, if you don't grow them in soil, then you have to take them off the sweet potato and then put them in water so the roots can grow, or you can just put them in the ground. We have some lavender. Hi, hi, hi. Lavender. We have some fresh rosemary. We have another strawberry plant, another two okra, well, three okra plants here. Um, we have some cuttings from the um, some cuttings from um, the tomato plants, because you don't want the leaves to hang down in the soil because then they can get a disease or get sick. So you want to keep the leaves off the soil. So I just replanted those to see if I can get extra plants, because due to tomato plants, they stems grow roots, and when the roots grow, they got bumps all on them like this. I can give you an example. So they got like little hairs on them. See if it focus. They got like little. I'm gonna put Red Dragon down real quick. Yes, that is a samurai sword. Let me see if I can get it to focus. They have little hairs on them. There they go. They have little hairs on them. And those little hairs those are roots. So you can grow those to roots. I got to take my leaves off that look like they're um, turning brown and add those to my compost. My homemade compost that I make. This is my second year doing it. Woo. Let me put Red Dragon down. Allahu. Okay, let me zoom back. We got another pineapple. We have some more tomato, um, more tomato plants. So we have some peaches and cream, corn on the cob that's growing beautifully, sweet and juicy. Um, Corn on the cob. We have some carrots growing back there. I don't know if y'all see them. They some babies. We got a squash. Just one of my squash plants grew. Then again, we have interplanting or well, this is companion planting where you plant more than one thing in a container. So I got corn in here. I have radishes. I have this is either a green bean or that's a green bean. These might be my peas coming up. Um, but I might have cucumbers in there as well. I'm not sure. Probably. When I planted those, I was kind of going crazy. This is our new blackberry bush because our other blackberry due to the freeze. So our grapes, our blackberries are orange, our orange pears, um, and kind of our orange tree is growing slow. Our pomegranate tree is growing slow. So we still got those two. But this is our new blackberry. We don't have any babies yet or anything like that. We don't have any fruit. Um, Over here, we have some more corn growing in there. We have some in here. The other plants really didn't survive. Well, we still got the stalk, so that could make a comeback. This one can also make a comeback because it's not dead. The leaves are just gone. We have beets. So these are beets. I think I probably said they was radishes, but those are beets in the other one. We have some carrots in here as well. We have some marigolds in there. Over there, we got some radishes down there. As you can see, we have I planted a potato in here as an experiment to see how it goes. But as you can see, we have a pea or a cucumber plant back there. We have so this one has two stalks. This one has one stalk of corn. This one got two. This one got one. This one got one. And back there got two. So as you can see, we got two corn on the cobs in here. So we practice the three sisters, right? Planting squash, beans, and corn together. So what would happen is that the squash will grow and be the cover or like a natural mulch for the plant to where for the soil. So it will help with retaining water. It will also help with it will protect it from the sun, to where it won't dry out and it won't get damaged a lot. Um, the peas, I mean, not the peas, but the beans will climb on the corn. So they will use the corn stalk as a trellis to grow up and to climb up. So that's why you can plant them as companion plants, or you can plant them as you know, if you don't want to use or make a trellis or buy a trellis, you can create your own trellis by planting a crop with it that will help it out. So there are also corn needs a lot of nitrogen, and the beans give the soil a lot of nitrogen. The beets loosen up the soil and irrigate it so it can um, the air and the water can flow through it without blockage. So like I said, this is our orange tree. So like I said, it looked like she was dead. She went through 2 freezes, deep freezes, but she's still alive. It's still life. So when your plants is looking like this, don't count them out, because I'm going to show you my lemon tree and they were actually looking like sisters. But this is my orange tree. This is our new lemon tree. We got about 2 nice sized lemons on there. And then we got some babies going on. Look like we had some, I guess when the storm came through, but as you can see, all of those are lemons. So all of those flowers that's blooming is lemons. As you can see, there go a baby lemon coming through. So over here are some more babies. This is cantaloupe. These two are cantaloupe. This right here is our watermelon that's growing in there. Natural greenhouse. They're going to be getting planted soon. They're pretty big. Right here is some more turnip greens. Here is some sweet peas. You can see they vining, so they can actually be planted. They're going to be planted soon and placed in the ground. Um, let's come over here. Here go our pomegranate. Say hi. The same thing with her. She's growing from the bottom up, so eventually she's gonna get leaves and stuff that come out. She already woke up, but then it seemed like she took a nap and started producing from the bottom. I took the babies off, a lot of the babies off. These are coming from the stalk itself, from the tree itself, and not directly from the soil like babies. I did take some babies out to try to propagate them. I will show you those when we go back over there. I just want to bring y'all to my other beds. Um, okay, see, so you see my lemon tree. So I've been doing peroxide and stuff like that. So hopefully she wakes up and she grows, you know. Here is a bed that I created. Use some space. This space was open in this little corner, so I made this little bed. We got some spinach and we got some cabbage. They got attacked during the rain and stuff, so that happened. And then got that. We had radishes over here. We had a few onions over here, but they didn't grow, and carrots, but they didn't grow at all. So they probably got washed away because the seeds are really tiny. This is our um, collard green bed that has collard greens. It has um, onions and garlic in there. They've been attacked, but they also grew back pretty quickly because I just took some off. I might have made some collard greens about maybe a week, 2 weeks ago. You can see the marigolds, these sapphire planted from seed, so they have grown and have gotten really big. That one is about to open back there. Um, so this is onions and garlic on the side. This is my compost bed where I take our scraps, coffee grinds, like hay, uh, leaves, our kitchen scraps, things that, you know, like the vegetables that's starting to go bad and stuff. I just chop them up, put them down, layer it between the leaves, uh, the um, kitchen scraps, fruit peelings, vegetable peelings, all of that. Um, cores and stuff like that, leaves and stuff. Like when I take these leaves off the collard greens, like they got holes or they not healthy, I'll just add them to my compost. So y'all remember these beds me and my family made about 2 years ago. Like I said, Salakia, please excuse my yard. We go over here. We got 2 boxes of doing another experiment to grow potatoes in boxes. So this was the second bunch of potatoes that I planted, which is right here. They purple, yellow, and white potatoes. So I just got them spread it out throughout the yard. They do have onions and garlic planted with them. I do have some trees that I want to show y'all. One tree I got from one of my neighbors. He said this tree grew out of nowhere. So he let me a couple of years ago. So he let me get some cuttings of it. And that is the mulberry tree. So I'm propagating a mulberry. Those thin ones were, I think one was a pomegranate and the other one was, maybe 2 is pomegranates. I'm not for sure. And this is the mulberry tree as well that I cut down. He gave me a branch, so it had hard and soft cuttings. So this would be considered a soft cutting. The green part that's not hard yet, it's a little hard, is considered a soft cutting. So this is a different tree. This is a pear tree that I got. I broke some branches off and tried to propagate them. Some of them are drying out due to being outside, but some of them are growing. So have some pear trees, and we can be able to take to Joy World and plant them down. So like I said, that's, y'all can see. Oh, see, this was a soft cutting right here, so you can see that it has started to dry out due to the rain and the heat, but you can still see at the bottom. I could cut this and then just leave this and let this grow. This one is a hard cutting, but the top is a soft cutting, and it also have a berry on it, so that lets me know that the tree is still alive. Just like that one. You see that one is dried out, but that doesn't mean that the branch itself is dried out. Okay. So with all that being said, taking a trip through my garden, my little greenhouse and everything. So let's get to work. Once again, I want to say Shabbat Shalom to each and every one of you. Shabbat Shalom. Tawadah for being in this space with me at this moment. I truly do appreciate it.